Hey, it's Nooch, and welcome to part 1 of looking at Nooch's arena climb from days 14 through 16. Nooch was going with the pirate team. We generally had Princess Argenta, Cook Bart, Valiant, Redbeard, and Hiker in there, although before we got Valiant we were using Magisto in that place. As you can see from the previous screen, you may need to go look back, but Nooch was at 58,000 on his awesomeness scale with that team. And the closest team next to him other than that was 68,800 or so. So Nooch has been punching up with this team, able to take out teams that are 10, 15, 20k higher than his team just by knowing how the pirates work together and knowing how the team synergy works with the pirate ship and knowing how the enemies work, really understanding the dynamics of the game and how everything comes together. We're going through our cards here. You can take a look and see how these work. We've got Cook Bart, Princess Argenta. We're going to have Redbeard. We're going to have Valiant or Magisto, one or the other. We had Magisto first, then we unlocked Valiant and put him in instead. And we're going to have the Hiker. Now what we have with this team is a lot of healing. 4 healers on the team. We have a lot of counter punching. We've got, what else we have? We have assists. We have cleanses. We have all sorts of things that work together. We got a taunt. We have lots of things that work together to help this team advance over teams that are much higher than it. We're going to look at 3 battles today in Arena and just watch them go through and kind of talk about the dynamics of the battle. Then in part 2, which will be released in a few days, we're going to really take a deep dive into the statistics and characteristics, strengths, and weaknesses of these characters. We're going to look a lot more closely at these abilities that we're kind of flashing through right now. We're going to really dig into the buffs and debuffs that they put on, the extra health, the extra damage, everything that goes along with these characters, and the pirate ship in general. So while today is just going to be gameplay and talking about that, in a few days we'll come back and really take a deep dive into how this team works. So let's jump in. Oh, no, we're jumping into Prince Valiant here. Prince Valiant, he is not Prince Valiant. He is he Captain Valiant? He's something Valiant. Mr. Valiant. You can't even see because we keep going through his abilities too fast. What's his name? What's his name? I am Rubber, passive. What is happening? What is happening? Special. We're trying to get to these fights so you guys can see him. So he's Valiant, one way or another. There's the pirate ship, the raft raiders, the boarding party, whatever pirate. At the start of battle, each hero has a 15% chance to gain attack up. What is attack up? How does it work? Next video will show you that. At the start of each battle, grit down. Grit down will show you the next video. We're going to get really deep into that. Here's the first battle. This was Nooch's break into the top 100 at 103 with 53k, going after number 88 at 57k. Now you see on that team, there's not a lot of synergy. You got a pirate, a space, a chef. I think you got the chicken. One character you're going to run into a lot at the beginning stages is Chicken Suit Guy. Chicken Suit Guy is really cool for the early parts of the game because you can get him up to Gear 6 very easily, not very easily, but more easily than almost any other character, and at Gear 6 you can use his ultimate. And that's a lot of fun and very effective early in the game, but it fades quickly, and that's why Nooch has not spent gear on Chicken Suit Guy, but rather spent it on his pirates and Magisto. And you'll see why here in a minute. So we're always going to end up starting with, well, in this case, Magisto. And you're going to go after, in this order, if they have a reviver, like Princess Aurora, or I believe the Yuppie, you got to try to get them out first, because they'll just revive characters every time. Second, if they have a tank or a taunt, a character that's going to taunt, that would be number 2 on your hit list. This team does not have a taunt, and it's probably one of the reasons Nooch chose it. Nooch was choosing a lot of teams without taunt early on so that Nooch could pick his target. In this case, number 3, go after your strongest attacker. And Nooch knows that if Chicken Suit Guy gets that ultimate off, and where Nooch is with his awesomeness skill and the health of his characters, it's going to be really bad for Nooch if he gets off that ultimate ability and does an AoE attack on everybody for massive damage. So Nooch killed Chicken Suit Guy first. That was the first target. So let's go over that again. Your first targets are going to be revivers, Your second targets are going to be tanks that taunt, because if you don't hit them right away, you're going to be hitting them in a minute. And then you've just wasted time bashing on somebody else, and now you're hitting the tank, and it takes forever to get them down because they're a tank for a reason. And then while you're doing that, the healer heals them back up, and now you got to go back and hit that other guy that you were hitting that wasn't a tank, and they're back at full health. So reviver, tank, strongest attacker, and you get the healers last. Because if you can knock out the strongest attackers, the healers generally hit like cream puffs. So you can absorb a bunch of those hit. You can leave them around for later and take them out at the end. So this is exactly what we did. We took out Chicken Suit Guy, we took out Redbeard, and now we're taking out Spaceman Reed, and then we'll just have 2 healers left with Baker. I believe Baker's a healer. Don't really know much about his kit, but I believe Baker and then Hiker. These guys are not going to hit. Let's see how Baker hits here. 438. Yeah, he's not hitting strong, and I believe he heals. We may see it here in a minute. May have a chance to see it. Not sure. I don't know. He danced around with a pie and then threw it at somebody. That's just fun. The fun part of the graphics with the game. So. Nooch isn't sure what his kit is yet, but you see there, we just beat a team at 3k higher than us with no problem at all. We were almost at full health on our entire team. We broke into the top 100. That was Nooch's first break into the top 100. Here's Nooch's next fight. So he was 88. Oh, wait, are we going to the next fight? No, we're just looking. That's just the end screen. We're ranked 88 now. Okay, so now here's a different one where we were at 32 at 58k. We're going to fight number 26 at 67k. This was as high as Nooch got, was 26. So we're able to hang in the top 100 now. Nooch is not quite ready for the top 10. And for that reason, since Nooch knows he can get in the top 100, and the next reward tier, is it top 50 or top 100? I believe it's top 100, top 10. So until you can get to that top 10, if you know you can stay in the top 100, go work on some stuff. Gear up some characters, do some farming you need, farm those businessmen, whatever. Okay, so Nooch is hitting Venkman here first because he knows that Venkman does not have a lot of health and defense, and he hits like a truck. So let's get him out of the way, and then we'll probably go after Chicken Suit Guy. But again, you're seeing Nooch is picking teams carefully that have no tank. Because if you're going to punch up, you need to be able to pick your targets. And also, if you're going up, let's say you're trying to get somebody at 20k higher Awesomeness, which you're going to see in a minute, you want to get somebody that doesn't have a tank if at all possible, because that tank's going to take you forever to get through with your lower level characters, and by the time you get through that tank, you might have a couple guys dead or disassembled, pardon Nooch. One thing you've seen as Nooch is going through here is that he is looking at abilities. So you can hold your finger on or hold your cursor, your mouse, over an enemy or one of your characters to see what their abilities are and what they can do. And that can be really useful in the middle of an arena battle, or any battle for that matter, to see what this character is capable of and if you should target them first. There you go, Chicken Suit Guy got off his ultimate. That's what Nooch is trying to avoid, but in this case, Venkman needed to get out. But look at the low health now on Cookbart and Valiant. They're both super low health, and that's why we try to avoid that Chicken Suit Guy early on in the game. Again, you can get Chicken Suit Guy up to Gear 6 fairly easily early on, and that's nice. But Nooch didn't bother with it. Nooch wanted to get his pirates up because he knew that they had synergy together with the pirate ship. Can't remember what it's called. But you also need pirates to get the gold every week. Gold comes out on Wednesdays, and Nooch wants to be able to get that because, as you've seen before in Day 14 brick building, gold is a serious crunch in this game. It is hard to get. It is super important, and you need as much gold as you can get, and the pirates are the way to get that gold. They're also very good in arena, as Nooch is showing here. They have a lot of synergy as a team. There's a lot of counterpunch. One of the cool things that happen is Redbeard, I believe, has a 20% chance to counterattack if one of the other pirates is hit in a battle. So you can see Princess Argenta get hit by somebody, and Redbeard counterattacks. And those types of things, plus the pirate ship gives pirates a 10 or 15% chance to counterattack and do 10 or 15% damage as well. So those things combined lead to a lot of counterattacks, a lot of extra hits on the enemy, and a lot of big punching and taking care of your business. So here again, Nooch has climbed up to level 26 over a team that was about 8k higher than him, just by knowing how his team worked, knowing the kill order. Again, if you don't remember, you want to disassemble first, attack, the revivers. That's Aurora or Yuppie. I think there's one other Nooch doesn't know what it is. Then you want to go after the tanks. So if you've got a tank that's going to taunt, like Valiant does, the AI, pardon Nooch, is going to taunt immediately as soon as. So if if you've got Headley, Headley's going to taunt. Here it is, 53k for Nooch, 73k for the Artisan Tower Marauder, and he has Headley in there with a few pirates. So Nooch is a little nervous about this one, but you know what? Nothing gained, nothing learned, nothing ventured, nothing gained. Thank you, Ben Franklin. Let's see exactly how this one goes. Both got pirate chips. He's got 3 pirates in there, but he doesn't have Redbeard, and that's nice. So we're going to start off with Magisto. This was one of the last fights with Magisto before Valiant was unlocked. May go back to Magisto at some point. He's pretty awesome, and Nooch has him at 4 stars and has really dialed in on getting Magisto. So we are attacking Valiant first. Valiant is a taunting tank, and the AI is going to taunt with him as soon as his pep fills up there. So you see, he already got healed up by Cook Bart, and he has taunted. We know that he has taunt. We know that Headley also has taunt. So we need to get them first, because let's say we had spent that time attacking Princess Argenta because we know she's their best attacker. Well, then we spend time on her. We don't get her out of the game. Then these 2 taunt. Then we're spending time getting them out, and she's going to heal back up with Cook Bart. One other thing to notice, if you're in a battle and you have a stealth character like, Princess, what's her name there? Nooch is going to get these names. Can't remember her name. Don't attack her until the end, because the other guys that I think are the coachman, right? And there's other characters that taunt or that go stealth. If you know they're going to go stealth, save them for the end, because you're only going to get 1 or 2 shots in before they stealth. Then you're stuck attacking somebody else, and you've just wasted those shots. And again, they heal back up while you're attacking somebody else. So we did choose to go after Argenta here because we believe, look at Headley's pep is low, and he just got done taunting. Not sure, since I wasn't watching, if we believe Headley's not going to have that taunt back up anytime soon. But we got a real opportunity to take out Argenta. Now we're feeling good. Took out their best damage dealer. Their best damage dealer is gone out of this battle. We should not be targeting Bart right now. That's a mistake by Nooch. Can you believe that Nooch punched up 20k on Pep, made a mistake like that, and still came back and won? Because we're going to take out Headley very quickly here. And then we'll go after Cook Bart. But we should not have bothered with Cook Bart at all there a minute ago. We should have been going after Headley. We took out Princess Argenta because we saw an opportunity while Headley was low on Pep. Keep an eye on that Pep meter. If a tank or a taunt doesn't have taunt and their Pep is at very low, and you have 5 characters that are all at higher Pep than that tank, all 5 of your characters are going to go before that tank can taunt. So that might be an opportunity to hit that Princess Argenta and get her out of the game, to hit Chicken Suit Guy and get him out of the game. So watch that Pep meter. This battle's looking really good. Well, Nooch is going to win. I mean, we didn't put a loss in here. We'll do that at some point just to show you Nooch does lose from time to time. Anyway, so we're going to finish off this guy who is 20k higher than Nooch. He did have synergy. He had 3 pirates with the pirate ship. He had 2 taunts. But Nooch is just too good. We'll see that in a minute. You will understand. This is why the catchphrase exists. This is exactly who Nooch is. We're leading up to it slowly, but you can see Nooch can take out teams. What is 58? 78k minus 58 is 20. 20 divided by 58 is about 35%. Nooch can take out teams that are 35% higher than his team in their awesomeness. Not all those teams, but if you pick the right one, you can take it out even with 2 tanks. These are our battles for today, folks. Nooch is really excited about fighting in arena. Hopefully this video helps you understand how to look for your team synergies. Come back for part 2. We're going to really dig into these abilities and the statistics on the characters to help you better understand how those work, so you can really put your teams together in the right way and make sure they work perfectly as a cohesive unit and you use them properly. That's all Nooch has for today. But as we showed a minute ago, and as you should always remember, Nooch, too good.